Woman hid a letter from her husband for 60 years, but after her death, a shocking truth was revealed. Tony lost his wife, Vera. Grieving, he spent weeks going through her belongings. While cleaning out her filing cabinet, he found an old letter from 1959 hidden among papers. The envelope had no name, and the paper inside was yellowed with age. Curious, Tony opened it and started reading. The letter wasn't from Vera. It was from his ex-girlfriend, Shirley. She wrote about her life after they parted ways and mentioned a 5-year-old son at the time, with gray eyes and black hair. Then, the shocking truth appeared on the page. The boy was Tony's son. Shirley had written to him, asking him to be part of the child's life, but Tony had never received the letter. He turned the letter over to check the back. What he saw there terrified him. On the back of the letter, there was a note written in a different handwriting. Tony recognized it right away. It was Vera's. The words were short, but heavy. "I'm sorry, but I couldn't let this ruin us." Tony's hands shook as he read it again. Vera had found the letter. She had known about the child. Instead of telling him, she had hidden the truth. She had made sure Tony never found out. His heart pounded. For over 50 years, she had carried this secret. They had shared a life, but she had kept this from him. He thought they had no secrets. Now, everything felt different. Tony knew he had to find the child mentioned in the letter. He could not change the past, but he needed to know the truth. With his sister's help, he searched for the name, Samuel Duane. They spent hours looking through records, social media, and old newspapers. Finally, they found a man with that name living in Pennsylvania. Samuel had grown up without knowing his father. His mother had told him about the letter, but she never got a reply. She had waited for Tony to come, but he never did. Samuel spent his life thinking his father had abandoned him. When Tony's family reached out, Samuel was shocked. He had spent decades wondering why his father never came for him. Now, a stranger was telling him that everything he believed was wrong. It took time, but after hearing Tony's story, Samuel agreed to meet. On January 19, 2015, Tony and Samuel finally stood face to face. Neither spoke at first. The moment was heavy with emotions, pain, confusion, and years of unanswered questions. Tony looked at the gray eyes mentioned in the letter. He saw a man who had spent his life wondering about him. Samuel, too, saw something familiar in Tony. For a long moment, they just stood there. Then, Samuel took a deep breath and reached out his hand. Tony didn't hesitate. He grabbed his son's hand firmly. Tears filled Samuel's eyes. He had spent years feeling unwanted. Now, he finally had answers. The past had been stolen from them. They had lost years they could never get back. But now, they had a choice: to walk away or start again.